Going into the spring house, right? The basement of the guest house, spring
Let me,
house.
hold on, wait just a second.
Yep.
Let me turn this light on.
Okay.
Okay. So this is where they used to put the big cans full of milk until they got picked up. So this is, and as far as we know, this is probably drinkable water here. We have not had this tested. We keep meaning to in case we have a long-term power outage. But so I don't hear it right now, but because of the drought we've had. But usually you can hear water trickling in over here, and then it runs around and gets out over here.
It's
And,
clear. It's so clear. It's crystal clear.
Yeah, it's crystal clear.
Yep.
And this house has an oil furnace,
Okay.
again, which is fairly new. And this is where the oil tank is, obviously.
Okay, so we have a
And there's the circuit breaker box up there.
nice. How many gallon oil tank do you think it is?
275.
275.
275 gallons.
And who's your oil company that fills up your oil?
Where does what?
Your fuel company, who comes? Farrell?
Reed
Gas?
and Hazen.
Hazen.
And by the way, I have a list of all the people who have worked on this place or
Great.
service it, so I can provide.
We'd love
too.
that.
And so we have a good electrician and a not so good plumber. We had not that guy, another one. This wall, I think these walls are the original walls. You can see somebody tried to whitewash them, but isn't it amazing that these have been here so long and they're not crumbling?
No, they're great.
They're great. And of course, when I came along up here 20 years ago, this wall was caving in.
Yeah.
So we had that installed.
Yep. You'd think this would be the last wall to cave in because there's no
Yeah.
earth behind it.
Right, but it was caving in.
Maybe they didn't try as hard.
So whenever we're having a big party or anything, we can put the beer down there. We have that other refrigerator down there that we turn on when we have a lot of people coming and going. So we tend to keep drinks and extra stuff down there. So this is the oil furnace for this house. And the water heater, which I think this water heater is newer than the other one. Watch you. This stuff is deadly when you put your forehead on it.
Okay.
These are the stairs that I referred to, going up to that trap door. But we do not use those.
No, they're a little old.
And we don't encourage anyone to. That's why we keep the
Right,
rug on. We don't
yeah.
want kids running up and down here.
No.
This is just a storage room. Last time you were here, I tried to turn the light on. I think it's burned out. But
This should just have a pipe that goes out and straight down.
it should.
Yeah.
Just
And it's very minor for this
for
property.
overflow.
Well, if that is a pop-off valve,
Uh-huh.
so if that gets too much pressure and pops off, it'll scald anybody standing here. But if
Okay.
it points to the ground,
Okay.
it can't hurt anybody.
Okay. I'll stick that in.
Yeah, it's just a little PVC pipe with a connector.
So this is just storage. There's nothing in here right now. This light's burned out. I have to. This is obviously this was rebuilt as well. It was caving in, but this was all added on here.
Sure. Great.
This is where the water comes in from the other house. And when we had the new septic put in, they dug a new trench, from the house to the septic tank. So I had them lay a bigger water line to get more flow over here. So there's a cutoff valve over at that house, and then obviously cutoff valve and drain valves and everything. So in the winter, if we don't have people here, I shut this house down.
That makes sense.
This is the septic right here, and there's a lid under each of the fountains. So
Tank 1, tank 2,
it's all
tank 1, tank 2.
It's all one big tank, dual compartment.
Dual compartment
Yeah.
tank.
So the stuff there's a line that runs from here over to here, and then there's a line that runs. You see that PVC pipe there
Sure
by the
do.
back door?
Yep.
That's a access to the sewer line that comes from the other house.
Okay.
So there's a line that runs down here
Yep.
into here, and this is a dual compartment tank here, 1500.
15.
That was put in like 2 years ago.
2 years old.
It's in great
Great.
shape.
And the leach field, was anything done to the leach field at the time?
Well, what we did, when they came in, at first they hooked it up to the existing leach field, and then we began to have some doubts, so we laid 2 more arms to
Okay.
the leach field.
Great.
And this tank was put in with Butler County sewage, so it's legal. We did that.
Good.
You can see the depressed areas. That's where these other
Okay.
lines went out.
Sure.
Now I'm getting ready.
Right there.
I'm getting ready to put some dirt on here. We want to level this out and make it into a croquet field
Okay.
better.
Okay. Now we're gonna go check out the barn.